Now, I could make a mojo bag or a Grigory bag for job. But, you know, let's face it, the spirit is not going to come out here and fill out an application for you. You have to go out there and do that yourself.
Supreme Graphomatics.
What's poppin', y'all? It's your man, Dave Frost, Ukraine, DA. For those of you who don't know me, I am a former member of the 90s rap hip-hop experimental group, the Blacmonks. It's me and my former members, 3-2 and AWOL, rest in peace. Shouts out to my other members from the second album of Blacmonks, Storm, and Raheem the Vigilante. I have not forgotten about y'all. And I am also the member of a new group called K&M, which is me and my buddy Big Smoke, or Big Mitch, who is the founder of the Underground Kings, also known as UGK. I am currently in Big Bad New Orleans, about to go hang out with my honorary godmother, Voodoo Priestess Ava Jones. Shouts out to my Ifa godmother, Chief Colade Shango, and my Ifa sisters. My birthday was yesterday, August 14th, so I am 53 years old. We about to go hang out and just run around New Orleans for a minute and see what we can do. Get into some shit. We're just gonna go out here and do our thing, and y'all gonna see Priestess Jones. She's gonna take us to all the places that she has traversed and been to during her exciting career as a priestess. And yeah, I'm rambling right now, but I'm just kind of preparing y'all for what's coming. So anyway, y'all take care, and I hope y'all enjoy this presentation. And I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.
You're listening to Miss Ava Jones. She speaks fluent Spanish, so she's talking with the hotel staff at the moment. All right. This is going to be very interesting. Yeah, whatever.
Boarding the elevator.
Boarding the elevator. We're at.
In the world famous French Quarter.
Yeah. We're at the.
Prince Conti. Or
Yeah.
as you say, Prince Conti in
Yeah.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
Okay, darling, come on.
Oh boy.
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right. About to hit Nola.
Get some B-roll.
Yeah.
These are my cat eye glasses, you know. These are vintage frames from 1958. They come from France.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right. Here's my vintage frames from the 7-Eleven. From 2023.
Well, darling, these are from France,
Yeah.
1958. I mean, really, they're the original
Yeah.
frames
Yeah.
from France,
Yeah.
1958. They're fitting because we're in the French Quarter. Oh, pardon, pardon.
Did we? Okay.
Okay.
We can run our mouth. This elevator, this hotel give me kind of a, remember that movie The Shining?
Yeah.
It kind of give me the Shining feel. Yeah. Okay.
You too,
You
darling.
too, ma'am.
Thank you. Trying to beat the heat.
Thank you. All right. All right. We're just gonna chill out here until.
Chill out. It's about 95 degrees and you add 10 or 12 to that. That's your humidity.
Yeah. So we're just we're gonna go run around and do some shit.
You might want to.
Alright.
This is my kind of favorite mode of communication. It's called a flip phone or a vintage phone.
I told her keep that flip phone no matter what.
All right. Now I do have another phone.
Oh
It is
boy.
not exactly smart, but it's not dumb either.
It's not smart, but it's not dumb.
No, it's an Android. Okay? So, take a little break and I'll see what this New Orleans weather is like, darling.
Yep. Alright. Alright.
It's 91 degrees in the Crescent City, and the heat index is 106 degrees. And so, yes.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, the heat index, you had about 15 points, and that's what it is.
You see, y'all up north, New York folks can't handle this kind of heat. Us southern folks, this is what we do.
This is how we roll or don't roll, but a little warm and
Oh man.
yes, okay.
I'm gonna go walk out here and just kind of just see, just kind of look. Yeah, we're on Constance Street right now. Staying at the Prince Conti Hotel. Here at Congo Square in NOLA, and we have the great Priestess Ava K. Jones. She's gonna tell y'all all about this.
I'm from Texas. All my people from here, but I don't know shit. So she gonna tell you everything.
And this is part of my Saints football story, where a lot of football history was made, not only in the Superdome, but right here in Congo Square. We're going to talk about it in a little bit. And then up the street is my church, Our Lady of Guadalupe, St. Jude's. And that's part of football history too, because what I did with the Saints was not just done in the Superdome on that day before 6,000 or 7,000 fans. That was just the start. Because when we left the dome, my friend Brandy and I from Voodoo Authentica, we came here. It was dark, and we'll talk about it once we get inside of Congo Square, which is very special to us.
Yeah. All right. All right. Miss Ava. Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
So we are now entering
Armstrong
Armstrong
Park,
Park.
which houses Congo Square.
Armstrong Park houses Congo Square.
And this park is named in honor of the great jazz musician, of course, Louis Armstrong.
Wow.
And that's the old municipal auditorium,
Mm-hmm.
which had a lot of wonderful concerts. I saw James Brown here a couple of times.
James Brown. Glad the sun ain't beaming. Oh. Okay. Roots of Music Cultural Garden. Mitchell J. Landro. Louis Armstrong Park.
Not
Armstrong
where
Park.
only place could meet lawfully and congregate in this area over here, which is Congo Square. There's a sign, you can, get a little sign of it. It's over here.
Let me take a little filming of these sculptures. It's very dope. Nola history right here, y'all.
artists, the likes of the Jackson 5 used to come here, and James Brown.
Yeah.
Those kind of artists would all come to the municipal auditorium because, you know, before all these monster venues came about, this is where they helped to pack crowds. This is very, very historic.
Yeah.
Around here we pour libations to the ancestors.
That's right. Oh. Yeah, some of the little shoes, are they?
Yeah, but listen, yeah, this is they used to do dances here.
That's so cool.
During the late 17th century and well into the 18th centuries, slaves gathered in Congo Square on Sundays and sang and danced and drummed in authentic West African style. The rich legacy of African celebration is the foundation of New Orleans Union musical tradition, including jazz. So, you want to get a picture of this?
Oh yeah, I got it.
You can see these people representing our ancestors, this beautiful sculpture of the dances that were done here in Congo Square. And then there's this wonderful Congo Square Festival every year. And the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation puts on wonderful festivals here, you know? The drumming and the dancing.
That is a serious relief. Wow. Yeah, these trees are
A
serious.
lot of libations
These trees
and
are
offerings
serious.
to our ancestors. As a matter of fact, the festival which is now my dear friend Brandy Kelly of Voodoo Authentica and we began Voodoo Fest right here in 1999 in Congo Square. And this was the first actual Voodoo Fest. And last October, Brandy celebrated the 25th anniversary because I love her so much for keeping the tradition alive. And so every October 31st, of course, which is my birthday, I'm a Scorpio born Halloween, we do, well, Brandy has kept it alive, you know, because I left and after Katrina, but Brandy has done a beautiful job of keeping that tradition alive. So every October 31st, by the grace of God, you will see me at Voodoo Fest in the French Quarter, 612 Dumaine Street in New Orleans. And it's just a wonderful celebration of New Orleans, Caribbean, African traditions. And I lecture most of the time, and of course I'll dance because I am a dancer among other things. It's just so magical to be doing something like that on your birthday. And we began it in 1999 because we didn't want Y2K, remember that term, Y2K?
Yeah.
To come without having done something for the ancestors.
Yeah.
And on the 25th anniversary, I was telling all of the wonderful guests at Voodoo Fest that how Brandy and I came up with the idea. I said, we were brainstorming, and I made a joke. I said, Brandy was braining, I mostly was storming when we began it. And so let's proceed, and we can sit and talk further. In this area.
So
yes.
this big area right there. Yeah.
Now you see these trees, David.
Yeah.
We have forest, spiritual people, wonderful libations to the ancestors here and at this tree over here. And our friend, let's not forget Sally Ann Glassman. And so kudos to her for Voodoo Day. So Voodoo Fest began like 1999, and the first Voodoo Day began last year. But it was, magical and beautiful, and anything that brings attention to the rich traditions of, it's not only Africa, but it is that, it's New Orleans as well. And I'm a person of African descent, among other things, but I'm also a devout Catholic, in which my church, Our Lady of Guadalupe, St. Jude's, is right up the road here. So New Orleans, and I hate to use the cliche melting pot, but we truly are, of so many rich heritages.
I can just imagine all the, our ancestors just drumming and dancing and.
And I'll tell you the story about how Congo Square figures, and I'll tell you about what happened on the day that we were in Congo Square after the Jones playoff.
I'm gonna go look at this Congo, what you call it, Congo Square right there.
Talk about David, you take one of you two, because you're my godson, and you.
Oh, they know me. They know. And if you don't know me, y'all gonna know.
Okay, Mr. DeMille. This place also holds very, very special meaning, because that big event when I blessed the Saints' first playoff game.
Yeah.
That they won the first playoff ever in 34 years. Well, Congo Square is a big part of that, because when we left the Superdome, and we'll talk about that, but since we're in Congo Square, let's talk about Congo Square's part. When my friend Brandy and I, who were at the Dome, left, my dance troupe, Voodoo Mkumba Dance Ensemble, had done some spiritual dances. I poured libation to the ancestors, because the Superdome was built on a graveyard.
Yes.
And I made a gree-gree bag before 67,000 fans. A gree-gree, or a mojo bag for good luck.
Yes.
Well, we got everybody covered. The spirits were honored, asked the blessings of God, of the Lord, the ancestors, and then we left the Dome, and we went to Our Lady of Guadalupe, St. Jude. We'll talk about that more in Congo Square. And I think this is where football history was really made. We were listening to the game on my friend's radio, and after we left St. Jude's, they put us out because we were in there. We were almost refused to leave. So Brother Ramon said, "Ava, you have to leave now." So we stayed before the church and prayed and poured libations of gin, Gordon's dry gin. That's just, they liked it, and I was going to take a little bit too. But anyway, we left and came here, and Brandy and I were just praying. Brandy is a voodoo. She's a priestess in her own right, but she's a very, she's Catholic as well.
Yes.
And so we were here praying. Really some hard, strong prayers, asking the ancestors to really talk to the ancestors in the Dome, because we were really praying for good things. We were not trying to hurt the Rams or anything like that. We were just saying we want something good for our city.
Yes.
Because the Saints had never won a playoff game in 34 years, and we just wanted something for, our city to feel good about.
Yes.
So honestly, I was on my knees pouring libations. Okay? And for some unbeknownst reason, but we kind of know it was not really unbeknownst to spiritual people, but we were just praying clean prayers. This guy fumbled the ball, and they couldn't believe he fumbled the ball. The guy with the St. Louis Rams, it's now the LA Rams, right? But we were right here pouring libations. And my knowledge of football was not that magnanimous, but Brandy knew football better. So she was screaming to me, Ava, they fumbled the ball. And I'm saying, what? She said, they fumbled the ball. What? I said, what? She said, they fumbled the ball. But I didn't know this much. We only had a few minutes left. And so I said, Brandy, well, if they fumbled the ball, that my prayer needs to be that they run out the clock, right? She said, yes, exactly. So I prayed and we won. The Saints won. And, we made our way back to where Marie Laveau is buried, St. Louis #1 Cemetery. We stopped at all of our places where we prayed. We stopped at Our Lady Guadalupe, St. Jude to thank the saints who are ancestors for helping us, all the angels and saints. Mm-hmm. And when we got back to the dome, it was like bedlam. I mean, and they recognized us from the game, and they were just waving, and it was, pandemonium in a good way. And they recognized us, and they were just thanking us for blessing the saints, okay?
Yeah.
And this is how I ended up, like in football history, I kid you not. I was on the front page. We were of the Times-Picayune, and the article read, "The curse is broken." And it was just crazy. I ended up in Time magazine, the New York Times, which for me was a great big deal because I'm from New Orleans, And at that time, to end up in the New York Times, that was like big, okay?
Yeah.
So that's the gist of that for now.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you.
yeah, you told the whole story. Wow.
Y'all heard it straight from Priestess Ava K. Jones, straight from her mouth.
Honor to my friend Brandy. She's a Scorpio too. She is the 4th of November, and like I said, I knew Brandy a teenager, and now she's not. Yeah, we don't tell ages with Scorpio. Yeah, still here. Hey.
This is Our Lady of Guadalupe Church.
And that's a lady of Guadalupe.
Change.
I'll show you Guadalupe.
There we go. All right.
You can come in, yeah.
Okay.
I am going to be doing more things down here, Father. Oh, come on. This is my godson.
What brings you here?
Father, it's time for me to start coming back home. I'm going to be doing a podcast. We're going to be just doing more things because, I'm getting up there.
Oh no. Up where? Upstairs?
Father, I have to tell my story. And a big part of my story, talking about traditional African religions, yes, but I tell everybody who is listening, I belong to the Co-Cathedral of the Sacred Heart in Houston, and all of my story has always been about St. Jude. Brother Keith can tell you, and I have been going to this church since I was in my mother's womb. So, everything I've done, Father, as you know, when I've done shows like Unsolved Mysteries and stuff, I'd always bring them here because I can't just tell the part of the African heritage without my Catholic heritage, because that is who I am. And so I say anything I do, and it's true, it has to include Our Lady Guadalupe, St. Jude.
This is the place.
And And
This was the mortuary chapel. It was built in 1826 because there was the yellow fever, and thousands of people died from the yellow fever here. It almost wiped the city out. And they didn't have any place to bury these people because they thought it was coming from the bodies. And literally, they started in front of the church. They built this church just for funerals. It was the funeral church. Anybody could come to be buried here. Literally almost 100 a day. They'd come from this street all the way to Esplanade, and they'd come on carriages, bring the body, and they called it passing through the church. They still have people say, I'd like to pass through the church. And when they got through, they say a prayer and go out the back door. There's the oldest cemetery, St. Louis number 1, across the street. That's an interesting place to see. That's where Louis Laveau is buried.
I'm telling you, we can't get there, but we'll have to go over there.
Yeah.
And so, Father, like all the things that I have done and will do, this is just who I am. I am, you know, and I told you years ago when you had those seminary students here from New York, and you told me, even tell them about voodoo. You caught me off guard because I was here for the St. Joseph Festival.
Oh.
And Father is an excellent cook. Talking about Italian food, he can cook, okay? And he used to make gumbo on Christmas Eve for us when we sing at midnight mass. Father can cook, okay? Well, anything I do, it has to be here.
That's good.
Brother Keith said, I haven't seen you for a while. This was years ago. And I gave you a copy of that book, Voodoo Past and Present. You remember? And I showed how I talked about St. Jude's and the saints in there. And I had told Brother Keith I'll never forget it. I said, you know, I could never stop coming here. I said, because my journey began here when I was in my mother's womb. And when my mother was carrying me, this is the truth, and I have to tell the truth, she was trying to determine what to do about me because she was having such a hard time with the in-laws. I can't tell everybody what to do, but I can tell you my story. And my mother told me she was carrying me. And right inside that very church, she says, once I didn't know what to do, she said that the Blessed Mother appeared to her and told her to keep me because I would be a blessed baby. And I mean, she told me this coming up because she was in this very church. I was in her belly, and she's trying to determine because she was having such a hard time with my daddy and the in-laws. And she said, the Blessed Mother appeared to me and told me to keep you, Ava, because you would be a blessed baby. And so, I mean, it would be hypocritical for me not to be pro-life, Father. I mean,
We're glad you're here.
Me
glad
too.
Your mother made that decision.
and I'm glad
We
the
would have never
Blessed
known
Mother,
her.
I'm glad
I'll tell
and
ya.
so I can't tell, I know I would like to tell people, but this is my story.
Sure.
And for those who will hear it and for whom it
Sure.
touches, think about it, because you just never know. Look at all the people, because I'm here that I've loved and touched, because the Blessed Mother made my mama make that decision. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay.
Stick to that.
I was hoping I'd see you, but I never expected to see you and Brother Keith and Miss Leela, Miss Yamaguchi. I just
You
never
got 'em, you got 'em
So
all.
this is good, and
It's
so.
good. Well, it's good to see you.
But everything
Good
I
to see
do,
all of you.
thank you, Father. So much love to you. Thank you for taking the time
Oh my
to talk to me.
gosh. We always love to see you.
Thank
Ava.
you.
And
And
take care, everybody.
and whenever I will always be a member of this church, always. Come see Saint Expedite.
Yeah. See,
It's called the Voodoo Saint.
Yeah, before I got into Ifa and Kumi and Santaria, I was going to him to get answers or whatever.
He has an interesting story that people swear by. Saint Expedite, but it's a matter of faith. But he is like called the Voodoo Saint. Guadalupe. Look and see, I want to take a picture with her.
Shun.
Es Our Lady de Guadalupe. Ella es Nuestra Señora de Guadalupe. And this is, I'm at my church, which is in New Orleans, Louisiana, 411 North Rampart Street. And she is the patron saint of this church. This church was started by the missionary oblates of Mary Immaculate. And it is one of the two oldest churches in New Orleans, St. Louis Cathedral and this church here. And this is also the International Shrine of St. Jude. So when I'm in Texas referring to my church, you will hear me say, Our Lady of Guadalupe, or Nuestra Señora de Guadalupe / St. Jude's, because we have here the International Shrine of St. Jude. And we have 4 novenas for each of the seasons, lasting 9 days. And it is the International Shrine of St. Jude's. And St. Jude is the saint of causas imposibles, difficult cases. And people come to this church and pray for a miracle. And I'm very proud to say that this is a church that's welcoming. We have a Spanish Mass. We have all denominations who come here because we're right in the French Quarter. And during the St. Jude's novenas, you will see Catholics, Jews, Wiccans, people with, all kinds of people coming here to pray for miracles. And all are welcome. And this is the wonder of a place like this, or even my church in Houston. Because, the church has to be welcoming for everybody. And during the novenas, I've watched people coming here, an old lady, Jewish lady from Metairie, people with the Star of David. They come to the novenas because everybody, who couldn't use a miracle and some help. So, she is the patron saint of the Americas, Our Lady of Guadalupe. And she is loved all over the world. So that's that.
Grotto, and right here.
Jackson Square. I think it's Andrew Jackson. This is Jackson Square. And again, that's St. Louis Cathedral. The cathedral, which is, the church associated with the Archdiocese of New Orleans. And over here are what are called the Pontalba buildings.
Priestess Ava K. Jones enjoying her beignets. Oh yeah, you eating my beignets. Your beignets over there. There's a lot of sugar.
In Ireland and Scotland, and they were celebrating Samhain, which means November, and the coming of the new year. And in the Wiccan tradition, my birthday is the day when it was felt that the spirits of the ancestors were closer to the earth. you know, this is the real origins of Halloween. And they honored their ancestors. And so I don't believe any one religion or, you know, any one culture has a monopoly on the other. It's just when cultures merge and mingle, acculturation takes place, and one culture just influences the other. But as for me, you know, I'm known very, very well in the church, but they know that I'm a healer above things. I'm not doing devil work. There is a need for people like me who some people will not go to ask a bishop or a deacon, but they will come to me and ask me to pray for them, pray over them. And they can rest assured that I'm not doing anything evil, that I'm going to work within the confines of the church and in my Christian faith, my Catholic faith, to do the right thing. So whether it's liked or not, it just is, you know? And I guess there is enough, discontentment with me to go around. The traditional people, the traditional Yorubas and Voodooists say, well, how can I embrace my Catholic faith and vice versa? But I can, because I believe my path is to bridge the gap.